meep. Meep, meep. Meep, meep. Meep, meep. What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to the next test server session here right on this weekend before Christmas, guys, and we have a ton of things that I want to show you here. Very many things are being tested, and I'm gonna make one video summarizing them here, and then I'm gonna make separate videos for each item, okay? See this guy over there? Boom! He got a hit right before he jumped away with his Exorcist. Oh wait, it's no longer called Exorcist, it's now called Spectre. They somehow didn't like the name, I suppose, so now they call it this. And this guy that is firing at us right now, he was using the new weapon. It's a heavy weapon called Dragoon, has 550 meters range, bypasses energy shields, and has a really good amount of burst damage output at first, but then it's very low DPS then because it will, you know, regenerate its ammo relatively slowly, right? But yeah, and this, of course, here is the Vortex weapon, the medium aphids, if you will, right? I still keep saying aphids all the time. Of course, it's Vortex now, and it's stronger than the aphid, but only it's slightly stronger. It's not like an incredibly completely difference there. I just been hit here by this guy, and I'm just gonna make my revenge move right now. We're both using the Spectre bot now. And I'm just gonna wait for my moment to fire at him. He's busy, and I think that, you know, you have to hit him when he stands still. And that's the moment. Fire, standing still, boom! Fatality! And his Vortex missiles wouldn't even come in anymore, man. The damage is incredible by these things, of course, especially when you have 4 of them. And then keep in mind that the Spectre bot has a very low hit point pool, so this guy can actually be one-hit killed, right? You know, another bot like a Boa would only have lost 40-50% health. But this guy's actually done after that. It's quite funny. Tested also is the Hellburner, aka kamikaze bot that you might still remember from one of the older test servers. You're gonna see that one, and this guy over there, which is unfortunately not being hit by my Vortex missiles anymore. This is the Strider. It's the dash bot that we can see right now. It has 5 dashes, right? You can see it up on the right. It says 4, but I think, yeah, the symbol itself is 1 dash, and then the 4 dots is each one a separate dash. So you can dash 5 times in a row. Basically, you can dash across almost a whole map with this, but then it will regenerate the dashes relatively slowly, so much slower than a Kamiho regenerates then. And see this guy? He's got the kamikaze bot, the Hellburner. And when you see the symbol, when he activates this symbol, you have to get the heck out of his range, because if you don't, boom, he will explode and take you with you. And a little bug report, I'm taking damage here for no reason. Look at this. I'm walking through the field where he just exploded, and I take the damage of the explosion that I shouldn't have taken here. I just put it in here because I think it's kind of a bug report on a test server. It's not unusual to have a few bugs having, you know, being around, right? So this guy over there, I unfortunately don't get him here, but yeah, there's another Hellburner. When they activate the Hellburner kamikaze ability, they will run 100% faster, right? And they are already fast before, so they reach speed that no other bot can reach, except for maybe the Strider while dashing or the Komiho or whatever. But so the speed is incredibly. Look at these guys. We're like me and him. We're just dashing all over the place, and he can never use his aphids because I'm always dashing through his lock on, and he has to completely lock on again. And this is incredibly hard for him to actually even fire his aphids. That's why I, with low health, was able to beat him with high health, because I got the magnums mounted, and they just work better in close distance, right? I would, by the way, suggest using the Magnum here at this point. But back to the Hellburner. So you activate the ability, you have a 100% faster running speed, you don't deal damage yet, but after 8 or 10 seconds or so, how much is it? The countdown ticks down, and you have to wait until it reaches 0, and then you deal the exact full damage. And of course, while running fast, you can easily get in range of that explosion to your enemy, right? And at the same time, you're gonna be dealing damage to your enemy too, so with your weapons. So it's really interesting that you have a good amount of HP pool also, 118,000 HP here. See, we're using it. You see the line of our of the explosion, and here we reach 0, boom, and he takes a good hit, and we take around 10% damage, right? It is 10%. Let's go back just so I can show it to you. You have the explosion ability up here. We activate it right now, And then we get a displayed range of our explosion radius, see? Because you can hit multiple people with this, of course. Ideally, you run into a group of 4 enemies or so, right? But you're gonna get killed very quickly then too. But you can also do it like this. You activate it already before you are in range of your enemy, and then you start firing at him. You, of course, run close to him, and boom! He takes a good amount of damage. He's got a lot of health on that Fury, and he took like 20%, 25% just from that explosion. See, I'm activating it again, and running around with 100% additional speed, and boom! And now his explosion comes in, and I also took damage. And here's the other thing. When you get destroyed, I think you deal once again damage. See? Boom! I did another, I don't know, amount of damage when I got killed there at the end, I believe. So, yeah, that's quite interesting too. Here we are in the new Spectre bot once again, and I just want to demonstrate to you. You used to be able to jump up there with the previous version before they nerfed a few things, thankfully, because he was way too powerful. It's still too powerful if you ask me. Let's get that out of the way, but you can see the jump is now very narrow and not very far. You can't get up there anymore. I used to be able to do this, but no longer. Yeah, we still have 4 medium weapons firing simultaneously on this bot, which of course is, in my opinion, too much firepower, especially considering you still have the jump ability, the stealth jump, right? This guy with his stealth kamikaze ability wants to get in close, but he has no chance. Yeah, they increased the cooldown time from, I think, 20 to 24 seconds. They reduced the health a little bit by 6,000-7,000 health. And yeah, they now also made it so that it moves slower, the bot, right? It has a lower movement speed. But it will still, the basic problem still exists, that it has 4 medium weapons, as you can see here. I'm killing a Fury with massive amounts of health, and he's just gone so quick. And I was even having the stealth ability. He couldn't even fire back at me, and that is the problem. You have the stealth ability that allows you to unleash all 4 weapons no matter what, without actually using any kind of big amount of skill here for doing this. You can basically take one guy out no matter what, and then you still have probably enough firepower and hit points maybe left to take another guy out if he wasn't fully paying attention. Yeah, it's too much in my opinion, but it's still the way it is right now. So let's see what comes. It's still being tested, right? It's by no means complete and a thing that comes exactly this way, because it's still being tested. And that's why I'm giving this feedback, so we find the right solution for this. I don't know why, but with the Punishers, I always keep getting stuck at corners. It's crazy because the weapon is so long and whatnot. My last bot here was a very unfortunate one in this match. I'm gonna show you this better in the next match. We have the Dragoon weapon here, 550 meters range, guys. Quite a good amount of DPS, but this guy here is absolutely, I don't know, hiding himself behind the corner because he doesn't have the stealth ability active, so he just doesn't even show himself. And that's what I mean. You can nerf the speed all you want. You can nerf the hit points all you want. This guy's just gonna wait around the corner and then jump with a stealth ability and open up with 4 medium weapons, and there is zero I can do about it. So and yeah, this is unless you remove weapons on this thing, or make it so that was an idea. Make it so that maybe only 2 weapons can be fired while the stealth ability is active. Unless you do things like that, the base core problem is not being changed. Anyways, we've done 1,200,000 damage in this match. Crazy amount of damage here. So, and here we are in the second round on Dreadnought, guys, where I made very good use of the Hellburner and its kamikaze ability. And I want to show this to you guys. I mounted the Thunder to it now with the Magnum, and I couldn't quite reach this guy, but he was in the way, so boom! He got a little present by me. And of course, with the Thunder and Magnums, it isn't really a big problem to get rid of this guy really quickly there. Now, capturing the beacon here, because it is Beacon Rush now, and hiding from this guy's vortex up there, hoping that he wouldn't target me. Although, with that running speed that the kamikaze bot here has, or Hellburner, you don't really have to be so afraid of the vortex or aphid missiles coming in. Yeah. So, I know for a fact that I'll be able to do quite well against the enemies here with the Hellburner ability. I'm just gonna wait for the right moment, thinking that maybe this guy's coming close, and then I saw it. Aha! Look! A Spectre is jumping in with his stealth ability, and I'm activating my run ability and already fire at him with the Thunders and Magnums, and boom, ability explosion, and he's almost destroyed immediately. That was seriously amazing. Of course, I need to say that you lose 10% of your health every time you activate or basically every time you explode with your explosion ability, you also lose 10% of your own health, right? But since the bot does have a good amount of altogether health, you can afford that kind of, right? And with the running ability and the speed increase, you kind of have to use this ability anyways because you want to get close to your enemy, right? Doesn't make sense to run this guy as a sniper. You want to have him as a knife fighter, basically. So we're activating the ability once more because I think he wants to capture the beacon, which means I'll be able to catch him right there. Boom! I got him again, and that's too good, man. I love it. So here, there it is. In the old test, the kamikaze bot or Hellburner killed itself when it exploded, right? Which wasn't really very tactical because it was just a suicide bot, and you wouldn't ever want to have some of those guys in your teams. So yeah, now it's much more tactical because you can actually make use of this multiple times. You lose some of your own health, but it's still very, very good amount of damage you deal. You get faster, you can get in range of your weapons, and yeah, I just made the problem here. I chose the wrong target. I chose the guy that happens to be in the fight with somebody, and he kept dashing away with the Strider, so I would never get in range there. But we can still take a revenge by spawning in here on Beacon Rush with the Punishers on the Exorcist, aka Spectre now. Jumping, activating the stealth ability against his Orcans there, and we're gonna make a crazy action here. We already killed one guy. There goes the next one. We're still firing because the Punishers have a lot of firepower inside. Now I have a bug where I can't move and target and aim. I don't know why. I just couldn't do either of these. No walking, no aiming, nothing. But it fixed it itself. Okay, so reloading the Punishers now, and the next action is amazing. I'm already laughing because I know what's gonna happen, guys. This is too good. I empty my clip fully so I can have full firepower the moment I need it. And we're gonna go on a rampage now. Believe me, guys, this is gonna be crazy. Alright, so first guy. Firing, dealing damage until he dashes away. Okay, it's not a problem. We're just gonna take this guy instead, who's trying to take the beacon. We're firing right in the backside. Okay, there he goes. We didn't get the full kill, but we kind of got the kill. And then this guy over there. Boom, there he goes. Alright, we still have some ammo left in those Punishers, right? So let's keep firing at this guy. Why not, right? He's there taking quite a lot of damage, and he's done. And then there's a Carnage spawning in with a full shield, but yeah, well, let's just jump into that shield and kill him. Yeah! Unfortunately, now we have the stealth ability active, but the Punishers are empty, which results in quite a bit of a kill here against me. But hey, doesn't matter. We have gotten quite a good amount of action and damage out of this previous situation, so I'm happy with the result. Let's jump into the Butch with 4 times the new Dragoon weapon, which looks quite amazing if you ask me. I'm not sure if the red and blue design is because the red and blue is also on the skin, because they have weapons that, you know, basically adjust their color to the skin of your bot. Unfortunately, this guy was already aware of me with his 3 Dragoons on that Fury. I would be able to outperform him in damage output, but the problem is that he has more health on that Fury, so I barely was able to survive this encounter. And of course, now he spawns in again with another bot, and it is also the Dragoon. He will just focus me one single shot and I'll be dead. But I still was able to almost kill him there, so yeah, that shows you how much burst damage is in those Dragoon weapons. With the problem that, you know, it has a long reloading phase then, or basically low DPS while reloading. So here's one thing I want to show you. This guy with the Spectre is jumping over, activating his stealth jump. And in theory, I cannot target him anymore. What I can do, I can target someone that is at the same level of height, right? And this way, I can actually still hit him. Boom! And he goes down and is destroyed. Just a little tip, oh, I knew these aphids or Spectre Vortex were coming in, so dashing out of the way is very smart there. Targeting the right guy at the right time is also important to get rid of his firepower. And then we have the Exorcist, aka Spectre, against us here with the 4 times Orcans that I of course have to get away from. Then this guy, I don't know, man. I've got this guy with firing with a Zeus at me, and oh, I'm in such a terrible spot here. But yeah, his Tempest would just never stop firing for some reason. Ah, man. All right, spawn in the last spot that we have here, and you can see when you look up, it doesn't look like a win anymore, huh? Somehow, I don't know how, even though I think we've done a good job here, we still managed to lose this match completely. It's crazy. We're really bumped now. We have no beacon. We have only 2 people against 3 or 4, maybe 3. Right now it's 3. 4. It's 4 again. See, so no chance. No chance whatsoever. Why is it not? Okay, I don't know why it kept getting stuck there for a second. Yeah, last second. I know the beacon control will end here in a second, so I'm gonna fire my things. trying to deal a little bit of damage before the round end, and then it's over. But yeah, so that was a quick summary, but we're not done yet. I just want to show you the damage here. There it is, 11 kills, almost 860,000 damage, but we still didn't have a chance. We even captured more beacons. We had 9, they had 7, and they won by beacon control. What the heck, right? It seems like we captured all the beacon at first, they captured it afterwards, and we didn't change that anymore. So that's how they won by beacon control. Here, so while we are watching the Strider a little bit in action, I just want to go here through the information on the test server. So what's new was the Hellburner, durability 118,000, speed 58 kilometers per hour, ability overload is called, speed boost 100%, blast radius on activation is 55 meters, blast radius by getting destroyed is 70 meters, the activation damage is 27,100 at level 8, and the damage by destruction is 13,500, so it's much more damage you can deal with the activated overload damage, but you can still deal some additional extra damage by just exploding at the end of your lifetime, basically. And the cooldown it's a 3-second cooldown, and you lose 10% durability on your bot. 1 light, 1 heavy weapon. The new Spectre bot basically has now 78,000 health. It has 53 kilometers per hour. Ability is Descent still, but with a cooldown of 24 seconds now. And the rest is still the same. We have 4 medium weapon slots. And yeah, okay, durability decreased, speed decreased, cooldown increased. Yeah, jump distance. Yeah, they also decreased this jump distance. You now have a narrow and not very good jump anymore. Then you have the Spot Strider that we run right here, which has 105,000 durability at level 8, 58 kilometers per hour, dash 5 times, cooldown 12 seconds for each dash, and 2 light slots, 1 heavy, right? That's what you can see being used here. The Vortex is at 19,500 damage at level 8. Strangely, it still says 10.1,000 in the stats of the test server game, but I think this one is probably more accurate here. And then range 350 meters reloading time, same as I think the... Wait a minute, it has 10 seconds reload time. How much reload does the Aphid has? 10 or 8 seconds? I'm not 100% sure right now. And then last but not least, the Dragoon weapon with 4,800 damage per shot, firing I think twice a second or so. Very quickly, but only having 6 shots in, and then it will reload, right? And it will take around 12 seconds to fully reload all 6 shots. So that's what I mean. You basically fire with much reduced DPS once you end up having the cap there, the reloading cap, that restricts you from firing full firepower. This guy here has 3 of them, but I changed my movement very quickly. I noticed that you have to aim extremely accurately at your bot in order to hit him there with this weapon. So yeah, I guess it's still something that requires a bit of getting used to. But yeah, that was the test server video summary for this time. Like I said, there's gonna be videos where I test items separately for each video or something, right? And for now, I'm just gonna say, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe as brutal as a man can hit for more. Thanks for bearing with me. You guys are awesome as always. Manni-Gaming signing off. Bye-bye. And of course, Merry Christmas to those of you who celebrated. To the rest, just have a great weekend or holidays. Bye-bye.